Alright, what's up YouTube? It's been a little bit, but I wanted to touch down and let you know guys what I've been up to. I did take that trip. I said I was going to go back home. Me and my girlfriend were thinking about it. We did. We went across Canada. We currently live in the west coast right now, so of Alberta. So I went back home to the east coast of New Brunswick. So when we actually, not just New Brunswick, we stopped in along the way and saw some places. So we went to all the way across Canada, and then stopped in New Brunswick to see my friends and family. Took a trip across down to Nova Scotia, just as basically the same. My girlfriend went to Nova Scotia, across the border of it. Ripped out to Prince Edward Island so she could actually take a look at the Anne and Green Gables house that they have out there. Go across the bridge, the Confederation Bridge, that she never did, which you pay to come off, $50. But it does go over the Atlantic Ocean. It does take about 10 minutes on a good day. That's 70 kilometers an hour across that bridge, the Confederation Bridge. So it's quite a while. And then they got lights the whole way, like stop and go, stop and go. If the weather gets bad or the wind or whatever, that you have to stop on the bridge. You can't go any farther, whatever like that, right? But you do get to look right up over it and see the Atlantic Ocean and stuff like that. Like the heart of it, the middle of it, not like the side, like you cross over. It used to be years ago that you could do a ferry. I'm pretty sure you still can. Some people still do it, but some people prefer the bridge. I don't mind the bridge. She's a little different. But we did get to travel across Canada, got to take her a bunch of different provinces back home in the East Coast and stuff like that. So it was good. But the trip should normally take about 4,000 something kilometers there, 4,000 something kilometers back. So we'll call it 10,000 in a nutshell, give or take, right? And then the traveling around that you did and stuff like that. So what should take 2.5 days straight driving took 5 days because of the weather. Places that the highway should be driving 110 kilometers in Canada on the Trans-Canada Highway. Because of the snow and weather, we were doing 40 or 50 kilometers an hour in some spots. So it took a little longer, and then when the road conditions would get worse or at night, you pretty much have to get off the road. I mean, for some people don't want to, they know the area and stuff like that. I did not, and going up through the mountains and all those different spots that I wasn't not comfortable with, but the weather and the nighttime driving on top of it with the weather made it more uncomfortable. I don't mind nighttime driving, but when it's not snowing, not a blizzard or anything else out, that is not comfortable for me. I'd rather make it in time and get there. So pull off, get off the road for a few hours, get some sleep, start fresh in the morning when it's daylight. That's how you do it. So we did do it. We went down we were pretty much gone for about a whole month roughly, including the driving though. So 2 weeks of driving doesn't really count on the month trip. But I did get to see my sister. I did get to see my friends and family. Most of all, my sister. I got to see all of her kids this time. There's a couple that I didn't actually get to meet since they've been born and everything, right? So that was good. So she's got 5. I think I said this before. 4 boys and 1 girl. So I got to see everyone, starting with the latest one, which was, I call her Pamper Bum Baby Mia. Her name is Mia. She'll always be Pamper Bump Baby Mia to me, though. She's super shy, guys, super shy, which in this day and age, in this world, with kids today, I will take a shy person that barely wants to come up to a complete stranger that she's never met before, even though it's family. I'd rather take that than, there's some that do complete strangers and no one bats an eye, right? So I did have to, when she'd scoop by and take off running by me or giggling or whatever, I'd pick her up, grab her, smooch her, give her a kiss on the cheek, plop her down, and then she'd get the shy, the blush, or she'd like cover her eyes, right? And then do one of these, see where I am, right? So she was super cute. And all the boys are super cute too. I got to meet the latest, well, not the latest one, but the last one that I never got to meet was Dominic, so I met him too. Got to spend time with all of them. And then Dante, I've met since he was younger though, but I got to see him much bigger when he was older. And then Joshua was just little, so it was great. I've never had nieces and nephews, obviously, before. I only have 1 sister, so it was great. For those of you that have friends and family or kids and stuff are in your life, I really don't. So the feeling of a child running up to you to wrap their arms around your legs or wanting to be picked up or actually just be hugged, right? Never happened to me before, so I really enjoyed it. I probably hugged the crap out of them for a long time, but definitely didn't turn them away for wanting to hug or whatever. I thought that was the best part. Like, I don't have kids. My girlfriend doesn't have kids either, so it was a good feeling. For those of you that have friends and family, I'm sure you know what the feeling I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, pick up one of your family members or stop in your family members that you haven't seen in a long time, and you might experience that feeling, right? It's a good feeling. You don't have to wrap it up in a box. You don't have to put a name tag on it. You don't have to buy it at Walmart or a grocery store or anywhere else. Like, it's one feeling that you just can't get. You can't put money on, you can't buy, right? So enjoy it while you can. It took me 9 years to go back home. Yeah, to visit my family and stuff like that. So I really soaked it up. I really enjoyed it. Every hug that I got, every time I got to spend with them and stuff like that, right? So the picking up the kids that I could pick up was a great feeling. Sitting next to the ones that were older was a cool feeling, considering they were just little, right? Like, even the oldest one was Nathaniel. When I saw him, he was a baby, and then later I saw him, he might have been to my hips or whatever, and now he almost comes to my shoulders. Like, he's quite tall. He's in junior high now, right? So he's bigger. He's getting bigger, right? Just a few more years and he'll be 16 and driving. Right? So it was cool to see them grow up. He actually came out with me and my sister, well, his mom, for coffee and stuff like that. So it was different sitting with your older one that in functions and stuff that you never did before. It was great. I got to see all of them. I got to hug every one of them, got to spend time with them. I got to see my sister a lot, got to take her out places too, and she got to spend the day with me. And the best part is that it wasn't planned, so we actually got to spend her birthday with her for November 10th there. So that was good. We got some lunch, brought it back to our hotel, and hung out together. Got her a cake. We bought her a cake and got her some gifts and stuff. So we did like a birthday date with her. So it was pretty good. I mean, who can say that just happens out of the blue, right? It took a long time, but definitely enjoyed it. So the main thing I want to talk about is friends and family. I don't have so much blood family, but my sister is my only blood family. So I don't take it for granted. We always do try to touch base and talk to each other and stuff, because you never know nowadays, right? So keep the ones that you love and the ones that mean something close to you. For those of you like me in a way that don't have a family, we tend to build our own family. And for those of you that are building your own family or that have built family, you know what I'm talking about. You don't always have to have blood family to say that you have a family. You don't always have to have family surrounding you where you live or whatever, right? Just to have family. Like your friends that you hold closest to you that have done stuff for you, that have meant stuff to you, those can be family. And sometimes around the holidays are my family, right? So cherish the ones that you love the most, guys. And for all those extended families or families that you brought in or made into your own family for circumstances other than your own family, cherish those ones too, because those ones are just as good, if not even better, because even though you're not blood or relative, the ones that stick out for you the most or anything like that, they're always by your side. Sometimes are your friends and family, so enjoy it. So for those of you, I forget what I was going to say. I don't remember. But yeah, enjoy friends and family, guys. I really did enjoy the time that I was home, so I did want to touch out and say that it was a great feeling to be loved and be loved back, for people wanting to hug you and hug someone back. That emotional contact, that emotional feeling. Like I said, you can't get it anywhere else. You can't buy that anywhere else. It's something that you got to get. So yeah, so other than that, I'm going to take my coffee and enjoy that. I did want to let you know about my trip, all that stuff. Other than that, guys, touch out to your friends and family, the ones that mean the most to you. If you haven't talked to someone lately, or in a couple of years or anything, touch out and see how they are or whatever, because you never know. Sometimes everything's different. Years come down the road, things change. People change, right? So if you got that someone that you're wondering about, or maybe that you haven't spoken to, or maybe you've lost contact with, maybe it's a new day to try to reach out. All right. Peace out, guys.